Welcome to the Grandmaster's desk. Today, we explore a brilliant encounter between Rudolf Spielmann and Vera Menchik from Margate, 1938. Spielmann, known as the master of attack, delivered a near-perfect game, clocking in at 97.3% accuracy. Let's walk through this masterpiece. White begins with pawn to e4, immediately claiming central space. Black responds with pawn to e6, the French defense. Then, pawn to d4 by white and pawn to d5 from black, classic symmetrical structure. Knight to c3 develops a piece and supports the center. Knight to f6 brings counter pressure. Then comes pawn to e5, an aggressive push, chasing the knight to d7. Now here's an interesting move, knight to e2. It may look passive, but it's deeply flexible, keeping the f-pawn free for launch. Black strikes with pawn to c5, and white responds with pawn to c3, reinforcing d4. Knight to c6 continues black's development. Now, f4, Spielmann goes for space and initiative. Menchik replies with queen to b6, eyeing the b2 pawn and d4 square. Knight to f3 connects the pieces. Then pawn to f6, black challenges the center. White calmly plays pawn to a3, anticipating counterplay on the queen side. Black takes on e5, and white recaptures with the pawn. Then comes pawn takes d4, simplifying. White takes back on d4, and black develops bishop to e7. Knight to f4 follows active and alert. Black castles kingside. Now bishop to d3, look closely. Spielmann is quietly building an attacking force aimed at black's king. And here, Menchik plays rook takes f4, a bold exchange. But it backfires. White recaptures with the bishop, keeping initiative. Black plays queen takes b2, grabbing a pawn. But this queen is now far from home. White castles kingside, king's safety is secured. Black's knight falls back to f8, aiming to support defense. Bishop to g5 now pins the knight. Black takes the bishop, and white recaptures with the knight. Now the knight on g5 is staring down at key dark squares. Queen takes d4 comes as a check, but white calmly sidesteps with king to h1. Bishop to d7 is played, but too little, too late. Queen to f3 now brings overwhelming pressure on the kingside. And finally, knight takes e5. Black tries to relieve tension, but her position is crumbling. This game is a clinic in attacking clarity. Spielmann didn't just throw pieces forward, he built harmony between pawn structure, tactical threats, and king safety. Notice how every move had purpose. The timing of bishop to g5 and queen to f3 was surgical. This is what high-level chess looked like long before engines. Pure calculation, deep intuition, and deadly accuracy. Spielmann proved why he belongs in the pantheon of attacking legends. Thanks for joining me. If you love precision and brilliance on the board, this game is one for the ages.